Episode 20, entitled The Sunriders Return, gee, I wonder what's going to happen in this episode, begins with the monkey team fighting some kind of octopus and following it to some planet. The robot catches up and they throw the octopus into a volcano, and Tari picks up a distress signal and goes to find, surprise, surprise, the Sunriders. Apparently the Sunriders actually sent the distress signal because some kind of new formless roams the planet. The Hyperforce, the Sunriders, and the people of the planet fight them off as Gibson places a tracer on one of the formless. Tracer, yet another thing Gibson's drill is capable of. Half of the Hyperforce is damaged pretty bad, so repairs are made while we learn that the Sunriders have actually been protecting the people. Chiro is obviously skeptical.
The first time we met the Sunriders, they were fighting our formless too. They act like good guys. That's all it is. An act. They show their real colors when you least expect them.
We learn that the planet is chock full of energy diamonds. Those diamonds power both the Riders' weapons and their new and improved Nebutron 8 robot. Chiro believes that to be the reason why they protect the planet and hangs up on the Riders. For Chiro, obviously, the Sunriders is a sore subject. Being betrayed by your childhood icons doesn't exactly become easily forgotten, you know. And Tari, however, convinces Chiro to help the colony of people. Using Gibson's tracker, Chiro tags along with the Sunriders. Aurora 6 and Super Quasar seem excited, while Johnny's Sunspot does not. Let's take a moment to learn about their voice actors, since I never really covered that. Aurora 6 is voiced by Meredith Salinger, who has worked on shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Dawson's Creek. Super Quasar is voiced by Keon Young, who is the grandfather in the American Dragon Jake Long show, and...
You are the Teen Titans, hmm? Welcome to Japan. I am Commander Uehara Daizo of the Tokyo Troopers.
Oh, and Johnny is voiced by Tom Kenny, aka Gibson, aka BT, aka every voice in cartoons lately. He is all over this show now that I think about it. The Nebutron 8 drills to find the Formless, while Johnny and Chiro argue. They find the Formless and fight them. Quasar getting attacked caused the 4 to fall. Chiro is about to get squashed when Johnny makes the save. Chiro, while still unsure, seems more comfortable with the Sunriders now. Chiro gets some camouflage and some red cheeks courtesy of Aurora as they make their way into the cavern. Meanwhile, on the surface, all repairs are finished with the monkey team, but they are attacked by the octopus monster again, so the monkeys prepare for battle.
We can't activate the robot without Chiro.
Maybe Chiro can come help us.
No time. Monkeys, mobilize!
The spying Sunriders find the Formless and see that they are creating many of those octopus, actually they look more like squid monsters the closer I look at them. The Sunriders instantly age again, which if you remember the first time it happened can only mean one thing. Skeleton King. We learned that using the diamonds, the monsters grow as Skeleton King plans to use them to attack Shugazoom. Skeleton King spots the Sunriders and Chiro as everything goes to attack them. Chiro returns the favor to Johnny from earlier, saving him. We see an amazing runaway/action sequence involving the Sunriders, showing pretty much why Chiro idolized them in the first place. Chiro finds himself surrounded, and when needing help, the Riders seemingly abandon Chiro, leaving him to face the horde of creatures alone. Chiro tries to call for help, but the monkey team are busy fighting their own fight. Chiro is seemingly done for when it's Nebutron time!
Hey,
Oh yeah!
The Sunriders blind the Formless and the monsters to escape. The monkey team, meanwhile, isn't doing so well. The Nebutron, however, makes the save as the robot runs out of power. Using the Nebutron, they activate the volcano and destroy all of the squid, octopi, and the Formless.
You sacrificed your ship?
For the good of others.
Light!
Above darkness!
Forever!
Sunriders, fight on!
The colony gives the Hyperforce an energy diamond to fuel the robot as we end the episode with Chiro reconciling with his childhood heroes. This episode has an overall theme of trust. The Sunriders had changed their ways, and although it took a while and was an obvious sore spot for Chiro, eventually not only did Chiro reconcile with the Riders, but seemed to live out his dream of becoming a fourth Sunrider. The opening scene does good in reminding you about the basic characteristics of the individual monkeys.
Octo critter?
Yes, Otto, it does seem to be derived from some sort of mollusk invertebrate.
That spits acid.
Story of my life.
Curious. That creature's attempting to reach the primordial planet Delta 5.
Who cares? Let's trash it already.
Getting to see a bit of the inner workings of the monkeys is interesting, if not a little creepy.
No time to wait.
What are you doing to Nova, Mr. Hal Gibson? And Tari asking Chiro to give the Sunriders a second chance is also a great character building moment and advancing the relationship between these two characters.
Chiro, there are many innocents in that colony. Sometimes we must put the past behind us for the good of others.
Overall, the episode is nice with some great action moments, although compared to the rest of the season, it's a bit forgettable. Still, it tells a great story and has some moments worth remembering. We will see where things will go when we get into episode 21.
Thank you. These will greatly increase the super robot's power drive.